Alright, y'all, man, it's your boy Humbly 2 times for me. Back in the video, man, for me. Follow the Instagram at Humbly 2 times. Now, look, y'all spit this time. I'm talking about control yourself, part 2. Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. And I'm also giving a huge shout out to everyone and to y'all. Y'all literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show love, support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more than love always. I'm also sending good positive energy towards everyone always. Also, if you want to do a one-on-one call, just DM me on my Instagram at HumbleAli 2 times. Everything's lowercase, everything's together, HumbleAli 2 times. Also, disclaimer, if you don't want to hear about the truth, if you don't want to hear more about the truth, if you feel like you're not ready to hear about the truth, if you feel like you're not ready to hear more about the truth, then you may want to go ahead and click off this video now, respectfully, all due respect. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. Control yourself, part 2. Now look, right? Excuse me. It's very important, bro, to control yourself, bro. And I know sometimes that can seem really hard to do, right? I understand that, but bro, you gotta control yourself, bro. And this goes for myself. I'm talking to myself as well. Like, you gotta control yourself, bro. Because if you're not controlling you, bro, then something else may be controlling you, bro. You see what I'm saying? What I mean by that is that it could be another person controlling you, or maybe a certain energy, etc. Maybe respectful, out of respect. So, bro, it's very, 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 very important. It's very, very important, and it's very, very imperative to protect yourself, bro. I mean, well, that too, but what I meant to say was it's very important to control yourself. What I want y'all to understand and overstand is that when you control yourself, bro, that's when you find real peace, bro. A lot of times we talk about peace, but you're not gonna have real peace if you don't even have control of yourself, bro. You feel me? Like, a lot of times, bro, we let other people control us, right? A lot of times we let things control us. We let environments, we let people, we let energies control us. But at the end of the day, bro, we cannot control everything, bro. We can only control what we can control. You see what I'm saying? So if we can't control something, then that's just what it is. You know, it's no need to get upset. It's no need to try to control it. There's no need to stress over it. There's no need to lower your vibration over it. You can't control it. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So if we can't control something, why even try to control it? You know, because even if you try to control it, you're not going to be able to control it, because you're not. The only thing that we can control is ourselves and ourselves only. So, you know, it's very important to know how to control yourself. It's very important to know how to just stay calm. You know, I know it can be hard sometimes to stay calm, especially in today's society. I do agree with that. But no excuses, though, man. We can still stay calm. We can still continue to elevate and keep growing in good, positive ways. We can still continue to keep controlling ourselves. And sometimes, bro, you got to remind yourself, like, yo, no, Ali, we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to take these certain routes, right? And, you know, sometimes you may have to remind yourself that I'm not going to do these certain things. I'm not going to take that route, right? Because sometimes you may forget, or you may think that you forget who you are. And you may need to remind yourself sometimes, like, yo, we're not going to do this. This isn't me. This isn't who I am. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go down this path, right? So it's okay if you want to, like, remind yourself, like, yo, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this because this isn't right. Sometimes you may need to remind yourself of why you shouldn't be doing it. Even though you already know you shouldn't be doing it, but you may need to remind yourself of why you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of times we know what's right from wrong, but a lot of times we still do what we know we shouldn't do. So sometimes you may just want to literally, like, you know, remind yourself, like, yo, I don't have to do this. Like, this isn't for me. You know, it's very important to control yourself. It's very important to control yourself in general. You know what I mean, bro? Like, it's very important to control yourself in general, you know, and two, what I want y'all to understand and overstand is that just focus on the things that you can control, right? Try not to don't focus on things that you cannot control. Don't focus on things that are out of your control. Don't focus on things that have nothing to do with you, right? A lot of times we get mixed up and we get caught up in things that have nothing to do with us, right? And what I want y'all to understand and overstand about that is that with emotions and just with energy, etc., a lot of times, like I've said before, bro, to focus, that takes energy. So if you're focusing on something, you're giving it your energy, right? So everything is energy, right? Everything is energy. So if you want to continue to better your life, focus is going to be very important on doing that and what you're exactly focusing on, right? And you know, I know a lot of people may want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or friends, or you know, maybe you want family around, but wherever you're at right now, that's where you're meant to be at. You were supposed to be there right now. Now, I'm not saying that that can't change. I'm not saying that, but everything that has happened in our life, it was meant to happen. It was supposed to happen. It was going to happen. It was meant to happen. You know, and I say that with all due respect. And you know, it's okay to not always have the answer. You know, it's okay to not always know what's gonna happen next. It's okay to not have everything figured out, bro. You know, like, yes, your intuition can help you with a lot, etc., but we're not perfect, right? Even though us so-called black people, we are gods, we are goddesses and gods, but we're not perfect, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing is just perfect, you know what I mean? And, you know, just going back to, like, the controlling thing is, it's just like, yeah, bro, like, if you can't control something, bro, why even give it your energy? Why even give it your focus, bro? You know, like, let's focus on the things that truly matter. You know what I mean, bro? Like, let's focus on the things that we can control. You know, let's stay positive. You know, let's stay good, and let's stay in good spirits. Let's stay grounded. Let's stay, you know, humble. You know, you can still be confident and be humble, right? You know, but you know, it's not good to be cocky though, because you know, when you're being cocky, you're being arrogant, and that's negative energy. That's low energy, right? Like, you know, and you know, it's important to be grateful. You know, it's very important to be grateful, right? Even if it's a little thing, like, or we may think it's a little thing, like just taking a shower or just, you know, washing your face. Like, these are things that can help us tremendously, right? Rather if we realize it or not, right? Rather if we want to realize it or not, right? Excuse me, because when you're taking care of yourself and you're making sure you're clean, right? This is good energy, right? So you may start to feel a lot better about yourself, right? Just these little things, right? Even though they're really big things, right? You know, just, you know, having a skincare routine, etc. These things can really help brighten the mood and brighten your aura up, you know what I mean? Your energy up, you know, the spirits up, you know what I mean, etc. So, you know, let's just stay focusing on the things that we can control, you know what I mean? And you know, let's enjoy the moment, you know what I mean? I know that can be very hard to do, right? You know, because we've been programmed to think about everything but the moment, right? But let's try to think about the present, you know, let's try to stay in the now. You know, you're not missing out on anything. Nothing's going anywhere that's meant for you, bro. So there's nothing to worry about or try to stress over, like, you know. And like I said, bro, there's something that you cannot control. Why even try to control it? You know, why even try to stress over it or make it a big deal? Because in reality, it's not a big deal. It's not a deal at all. You know, it's just important to stay grounded. It's important to stay healthy. It's important to really just understand and overstand yourself and what you are and what you want to become, etc. And, you know, just stay focused, you know, just keep controlling yourself, right? You know, and that may be hard to do sometimes, but you can do it. We can all do it, you know? You feel me? So, you know, it's just taking one step at a time, bro, because all you're really doing is just taking one step. All the other steps don't even exist right now. It's really just one step. So why not just focus on the now, right? You see what I'm saying? Because the now will help you focus, will help you be able to focus on the later. You see what I'm saying? But look, man, I hope y'all familiar with today's video. I'll catch y'all familiar on the next one, man. Peace.